Should we really consider BMW GS310 as your next adventure bike? I have been riding the BMW for the last 45 days and we have covered over 1000 kilometers. We have taken the bike all kinds of terrains, to the mountains, to the off-road, to the river crossing and the long highways, even to Hyderabad. A common question from everybody: maintaining this kind of German vehicles always expensive? Remember, the best thing always comes with a price tag. Let's go and witness what would be our first service cost.
Okay, let's get started. Now, couple of things I'm going to talk in this vlog. Number one is the vehicle cost, vehicle maintenance cost, and the service cost. I'll explain you every single thing that you should be knowing about BMW when it comes to its first service. I'll also put the screenshot of the bill amount so that you know everything will be kept in front of you. So if you're considering this bike, should you go for it or should not? Yes, I'm going to answer you a couple of questions on that. Intervals, first service would be 1000 kilometer, then a 10,000 kilometer, then a 10,000 kilometer again. That is 1, 10 and then 20 will be your intervals. You will have to do a routine checkup for the chain lubing, chain cleaning, and oil checking and coolant checking, batteries. These are things that you need to keep a watch on, otherwise vehicle can run for a longer time without taking back to the service center every now and then. And talking about the mileage, for the last 1000 kilometer, I've got the mileage of over 30 kilometers per liter. Again, consider the fact I am not riding the bike on a city. I'm not going on a short rides to my office and all. It is not a daily commuting vehicle. I have a second bike for that. This vehicle, I only use it for the long rides and the trips. That could be maybe the reason I'm getting more than 35. But what showroom claims around anything more than 25 to 30, what you can expect. But I still feel like at a 313cc vehicle, with considering the weight of the vehicle, considering the engineering on the vehicle, I don't say that you should worry about mileage because it gives you ample amount of mileage. Now let's talk about issues in the bike. Number one, some people complain heating issues. Yes, the bike has heating issues, but a second gear, less than 20 to 25 kilometers speed, you will feel the heat. Like a bumper to bumper traffic, if you're on a city ride, you will feel a little bit of heat, and also you see a lot of noise coming out of the radiator trying to cool the engine down. But as soon as you touch the 45 kilometers speed, and let's say when you ride on a fourth gear or third gear, the engine automatically comes down to a normal temperature. Second one, one other issue I find, the gearbox was slightly cranky. Everybody complained about it, but yes, slightly cranky. I don't say it is too hard, but if you don't wear a proper shoes, if you're on slippers, you will find uplifting the gear will become a little bit challenge. But yeah, downshifting will be easy, but upshifting slightly you will have to put your pressure in the beginning stage. Let's see what our service guys would say. Not a mechanical issue, but user experience, what I can relate to. Side stand of the vehicle, it's too lengthy. It's like 18 inches, so which means you will have to lean the vehicle onto the right side entirely. Then only you will be able to remove the side stand. When you are in the parking and you want to remove that, and if you don't have the proper support on the right hand side, you may feel like leaning the bike almost onto your right leg. Otherwise, there's nothing to worry. Number 4, height. The vehicle height, 835 mm is the seat height. Though we get an option to reduce it by 1 inch, I didn't opt for it. I am 5.7. If you're anybody less than 5.6, don't even think about buying this bike because you will not be able to manage it. Even in the city, even if, especially remember the bike is for off-road adventure tourer, right? If your height is 5.5 or 5.4 or anything less than 5.5, you will struggle a lot to maintain the bike or just to maneuver the bike. If you're above 5.6, 5.7, you can manage it with the help of riding shoes, which will be like half inch of sole. You'll be able to comfortably manage it. But that is for solo riding. If you have a pillion with you, then the suspension gives you another like inch. Then if you have a pillion, you'll be able to manage it comfortably. Abhijit, take it. Dayanand. Yeah, please. Came for service, yes. Yeah, take your time, no issues. Yeah, thank you.
I called you yesterday. Yes, yes, yes. You were
booked,
unwell for 3 days. No, I was following up with you for
Yeah,
3 days.
yeah.
Yes. That's it.
You booked the 28th appointment.
28th, but I'm working on 28th.
Okay.
I work almost 16 hours a day. I don't have any time to even to eat.
The system updation will be there. Chain adjustment and looping will be there.
Do you do oil change, complete oil change,
Yeah,
or one and a half?
complete oil change.
And lube,
Looping also.
and this one coolant.
Coolant we will check it. If it is needed only we will check.
We don't have a backup for coolant now. We'll have to buy it. We don't. What else you do? The system upgrade.
System updation will be there. 7 updations will be there.
Okay.
And the system ECU checking will be there.
What is
we will
ECU?
Diagnosis is also.
Diagnosis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will connect that to the system. Like our phone is connected to the laptop, right?
Right.
Like that we will connect the vehicle to the system.
Okay.
So we will connect that one.
Right.
If any errors or malfunction errors is there, that will be shown up that.
Okay. What else I should be? Chain lubing you will do.
Yeah, chain looping.
Tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to
Okay, friends, typical Kannadiga our gadi so servicing bandide. So we are most lucky to see the vehicle here. And vehicle owner Sachin is here. Hi Sachin.
That's it, guys. We have given the vehicle for service, and let's come back in the evening and check out. See you.
with the motion, following the light that sets me free.
The first item in the bill is Shell Oil 15W50 Advanced Pro. This is a special oil only for BMW vehicles, jointly developed with the help of Shell. Somewhere around 2 liters of oil, which is 1691. Brake cleaner of 300 ml, like 196 rupees. Chain cleaner, chain spray. All of these are like it's chargeable. There is also O-ring replaced, somewhere around 9 rupees. Okay, wherever you see FRU, these are the labor charges where they have charged based on number of hours, number of minutes that they spend. It is including washing, including general instruction and maintenance, somewhere around 381 rupees. I'm very surprised with this number, 381 rupees including washing. I'm happy with this. Oil change in the engine with the filter, for that they have charged 571 rupees. I mean, this is labor charge only. Labor charge is 571 rupees, while the oil cost you around 1691. Totally around 2500 rupees, what approximately. Move back to this, and the second screenshot I can show you. Yes, adjusting the chain tension is and the running check. They have used a running check, nothing but they connect diagnosis system and then check all the system upgradation and is there any other issues in the BMW bike. They look at that. That costed around 1000 rupees, 952, and chain tension around 381 rupees with the tax of 800 rupees. Total cost is 5797 rupees. That's it. Now, is that worth 5797? Is that really worth for paying for a first service on BMW? Okay, let's do quick comparison. Royal Enfield, let's take an example of Royal Enfield, let's take an example of KTM, and then compare with a BMW. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. So these are the service interval for the bike. Himalayan 450 needs you to service for the first 500 kilometers or 1.5 months, then the 5000 kilometer, then the 10,000 kilometer. While KTM 390 again 500 kilometers, then a 7,500 kilometers, then 12,000 kilometer. Both the brands do offer one free service, if I remember correctly. And GS first service is 1,000 kilometer, second one is 10,000 kilometers and 20,000 kilometers. Roughly, even after this, what you do is yearly one major service, or it depends on ad hoc basis. You can plan for a service based on your usage and based on the issues we develop. Cost, we cannot compare head to head because cost varies from the manufacturer perspective because of the material used, the labor charges, and the spare parts. If the vehicle demands any other spare parts due to an accident or due to something else, right? Those would also include. But if you look at the interval side, you don't have to worry about taking the bike back to back or once in 5 months, once in 6 months to the service center. Once you're done with your first service, you don't have to really have any worries about service for the next 1 year. Overall experience of the service was really good. We left the bike around 9:30 morning and then got the bike back around 4 o'clock. Somewhere I was delayed, so I took the bike around 6:30. So bike was ready by 3:34. They were good. In terms of explaining, they were able to explain every single cost around the paper. There was nothing hiding or anything. They were good. The vehicle looks smoother. I'm recording this video after 3-4 days. I have not ridden the bike. I'm taking this bike for the long drive today, so I think this is the right time to explain. Okay, how is the overall experience for the bike? Underlying statement I can tell you, the cost on the paper 5,997, something like 6,000 rupees. It is worth every single rupee, and including the washing, because they do a complete foam wash, complete body wash. So that is something I'm happy with. Vehicle has become much more smoother. Number one, the suspension has become much more smoother. The back rail suspension is better now. The front suspension has picked up the little bit of hardness, so that's what I wanted it to be. I don't want it to be more slushy, like kind of a diving in feeling. Very decent with that, because remember, you will be using 60% on the front brake and 40% on the rear brake when you're on highways, right? Not always a rear brake. Yeah. And performance in terms of mileage, I can still see more than 30. Morning we fueled up around 800 rupees and I have a range of around 320 kilometers, which is like more than 33 to 35. Overall experience was good. And, I think every rupee which we paid for the service was worth it, right? If you are somebody thinking to buy this bike, I think the video made sense how much cost you're going to pay for this. If on YouTube there are a lot of noise on service cost of BMW is too high. Guys, come on, it is not too high. It is 6,000 rupees in Bangalore city, and servicing the vehicle like BMW. I think that is, you have to pay that price. It's not like you cannot pay that, right? I'm not boasting about the bike. This is the best bike in the world. I'm not blaming the other bikes are bad at it, right? Every bike is good. As a rider, I can say every bike is good at one point. Some bikes are tuned to do that. For example, the KTM tuned to be an aggressive bike, Himalayan for touring, while the BMW is for adventure, touring, and it's a nimble vehicle. It is not an aggressive bike. It is a nimble. It doesn't make so much of noise on the road. It doesn't. Sometimes it be under the radar, but you will still be noticed in the crowd. The bike gives you the unique factor, very less of a BMW you see on the road. Like wherever you go, let's say I'm on a ride to any hotspot, I only see like 10-15 Royal Enfields riders and a couple of Triumph riders, and then maybe few of those Dominars, but only one BMW, that is only me. That gives you a unique feeling. Yeah, that's something feels you proud about. This vehicle is something really rarely seen on the roads as well. Even in Bangalore, you see, it's very, very rare. If you're in other cities of Karnataka or somewhere else, you can say, yeah, this is something unique, and gives you the badge feeling also. So, if I say, should I consider the bike or not? If you ask me this question, okay, guys, go for it. If you have that budget of close to 5 lakh rupees, you may say the on road is ex-showroom is 3 lakh 30, on road is 4 lakh 34,000 on road. It's a luxury vehicle. The tax is more on it. After 4 lakh 34, your cost doesn't end there. That is your showroom cost. Then your accessories comes. Accessories, we have spent around 60,000 on it. I'll make a separate video on accessories. So 60,000, imagine close to like 5 lakh rupees what you end up paying for that. This is excluding your riding gears, your helmets, your riding boots, and all those stuffs, and your cameras, all those stuffs. It is only for the bike, what you fit onto the bike. I think the video has made sense for all of us. I have put in my genuine effort and no boasting about the bike, and I've told you as an owner what I feel like. Yeah, so if you have any questions, please drop me a comment here. I'm going to answer every single comment. And if you like the video, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more vlogs on BMW GS contents. And let's make life a ride. This is your rider said, signing off. See you on the next vlog. Until then, take care. Bye bye.